What is up, guys? In today's change up, we're going to be talking some Delta Force. It's one of my favorite AR builds in the game right now, and with Delta Force being one of the main FPS games out there, I've been enjoying it. Definitely think it's one of the hotter games right there. A lot of people are definitely curious, a lot of weapon builds, definitely trying to min-max themselves, and use a lot of meta builds, excuse me. And this is what I've been using. This is what I've been tried. I spent a lot of time trying to craft this gun, calibrating it, different attachments, and definitely makes it, in my opinion, the best AR out there. I'm not necessarily saying it's the best gun because I believe the SMG-45 might clear it by a little bit, but this gun is an absolute laser beam, close, medium, and long range. Definitely try it out. TLDR, I'll be dropping the code down below in the description for the gun, so you can just copy and paste that into the game, into the import screen, and I'll show you how you do that. This is a level 1 weapon you can use, so that makes it extremely accessible for all of you guys to go ahead and use now. If you guys are enjoying Delta Force content and are looking for some more of it, you guys are in the right place. Make sure you guys catch my live streams over on Twitch. I will have it linked below for you in the description. And make sure you guys hit the sub button on the YouTube channel and turn on that bell if you guys don't want to miss any informative Delta Force content like I mentioned. If you guys end up using or trying this build, definitely hit that like button as well and give it a try. This build is a laser beam. I have a blast using this gun. Obviously, I switch in between the SMG-45 and the Kar-15, but for me, those are the two best guns in the game right now. So all you'll have to do in order to import the code is going to be copy it from the description. You'll want to go to the gun here. So I'll go to the Kar-15. It's right here. I'd click modify. You would go to loadout. And then right here, you go to import. You go to import right here, and then you paste the code that's in the description. And like that, you can go ahead and just search this build and then try it out yourself. Again, let me know if you do use this build down below. Definitely drop it below in the comments, your thoughts on it, and maybe if some attachments you change on it. I think this gun absolutely shreds. I love it. I personally like it more than the M4A1. I've tried the K416 a lot during the open beta as well. But for me, personally, this is the absolute laser beam of a gun. This gun shreds people. It does really good. I like its rate of fire. It's not too fast that it's uncontrollable. It's got enough bullets to put it down range. Definitely a really, really solid build for you. Definitely what you want to do here, a couple things. So I'll show you exactly what I did to build it. Something I wanted to mention as well while we're talking about the build of the gun is going to be the weapon stats and the information you need to know when you're looking at these stats. The biggest thing is going to be the control and the stability. I think those are the two really important factors. Control is going to be your recoil control. So as you look here, the patterns, obviously, this is what you're going to be doing with the current modification, and you can adjust to that when you're playing in game. The next thing is going to be stability. So that's the weapon sway, especially when you're shooting the gun, when you're getting hit in a hit flinch, or when you're full auto spraying at a target. The stability is going to be really, really good. That's really important for when you're using continuous fire and full auto fire. Having good stability is really important for any weapon build. That's what I wanted to calibrate this gun for, and I calibrated it for control and stability. Well, obviously with handling and stuff in mind as well, because that does affect it a decent amount. But I wanted to make sure that I tried and found a nice balance in between. I know some people like to run like 60 round mags and stuff like that, but the biggest downside with handling is, or excuse me, the biggest downside with that is going to be the handling loss. Unfortunately, when you use a 60 round mag, your gun turns to practically a brick that you're trying to pull up to your shoulder. So I'd rather run the 45 round magazine over the 60 round magazine, because like that, at the very least, you're gonna be able to put shots down range with a more of a magazine size over the 30 round magazine, but not too much of a penalty that if you need an ADS quick or anything like that, you can still get the gun up a lot quicker than somebody with like a bigger magazine on the gun. If you guys are curious what all of these stats mean, so damage, obviously damage output of the gun, DPS, very simple. Range, that's your range that the gun is going to be effective at, so higher range is going to be better, believe it or not, because if it's a 35 millimeter range, 35 meter range like that, the bullet fall off will not be nowhere near devastating as far as something like a 20 meter or 25 meter range. So that's where something like ARs come and play a lot more efficient than SMGs, is their damage range. So that's how strong your bullets are going to be without having damage fall off. Control, as you see here, 82 is a massive number. That's practically the fact that this gun makes it a laser beam, as you'll see in the clips after this. This gun lasers people. It doesn't move. If you're just pulling down on your mouse, just even a tad bit. I'm not saying like you have to pull down a lot, but if you're using the control at 82 with this build, handling 39, that's good enough for me that I feel like it's not too slow. Obviously, it's not lightning fast like an SMG, but it is really good enough that I can get the gun on sight when people are pushing me or if I'm looking for where enemies are at. The next one is going to be stability, which is what we mentioned earlier. Stability is when you're full auto spraying, or if you have like a hit flinch as well. Stability is going to be important for keeping your sight on target. Stability is super duper important, guys. Make sure you guys emphasize how much stability is in this build. You'll notice that when you're shooting this gun, especially in full auto spray. That's something that I think a lot of people overlook. People tend to think like longer distance, you'll have to like either single fire or tap shot. I do think with this gun, you can absolutely laser beam in medium to long range. Full auto spray people, and you can still hold it down and definitely hit your targets pretty accurately without having to worry about it. And then the last one is accuracy here. Accuracy is obviously built based on hip fire, excuse me. So to me, I don't really hip fire that much playing mouse and keyboard. I generally try an ADS, especially in this game. I feel like ADS is much more rewarding. So definitely didn't focus too much on accuracy. but at least I wanted to give you information about what each of these stats was doing. Fire rate, 632 rounds per minute. Capacity, 45, like we mentioned in magazine. Mode, auto single, although 99% of the time this gun's going to be on auto for me. Practically 100% if I'm being completely honest. And muzzle velocity, 689 meters. This gun for me is maxed out right now. Obviously, if you use some other attachments while you level it up, but make sure you guys use those weapon tokens. If you haven't noticed, some people may not notice this because I believe they don't really necessarily do a great job of hiding it or showing it, excuse me. So if you go into guns and you look for your build here, right, and you don't have a lot of tokens, actually I'll try and use this one. For example, the AKS-74, excuse me, if you notice how the level number here is, so if you click on that and you click on upgrade after that, you'll probably have a lot of these weapon tokens unused. If you haven't used any of them, or if you really haven't dived into them, whenever you hit this weapon token, you can automatically see how much that chunks up my level. Look at that. I can practically max this gun out with just 21 of these purple weapon level tokens. Now, that's amazing and super duper good, but some people may not have that. But again, it's really easy to level guns up. They don't really penalize you too much in this game. If you just use the gun for a few rounds, you'll definitely get it leveled up pretty high. So, for example, the Kar-15, if you don't have it leveled up, it's a level 1 gun, so you probably have been playing with it. You've played the game a little bit. But if you don't, make sure you guys use those weapon tokens and maximize your efficiency when using them. All right, guys, that about sums up everything that I want to talk about the Kar-15. If you guys do enjoy it and do try it out, let me know again down below in the comments. All right, guys, so that about sums it up. Again, if you do enjoy using this weapon build, make sure you guys let me know down below in the comments. Obviously, try it out. Let me know if you change out some pieces on it. Personally, for me, this is what I'm using, and I'm not really going to change much on it, but I want to hear your guys' feedback on it. And if you guys do find this build helpful, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and make sure you guys sub to the channel for more Delta Force content, guys. I do appreciate you guys. I love this game. Also, catch me live streaming it over on Twitch. We got an awesome community tournament coming up, so we'll be playing on that as well. All right, guys, so what you're going to see for the rest of the video is just some gameplay of me using the Kar-15, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Objective Alpha. By enemy forces. The enemy has taken objective Bravo 1. Be advised, enemy troops are attacking objective Bravo 1.